Our next esteemed guest is a former prisoner of war, a highly decorated disabled veteran of the Vietnam War, a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy, a former U.S. Congressman, a U.S. Senator from Arizona, and the presumptive Republican Party nominee for President of the United States. As a naval aviator flying attack aircraft from carriers during the Vietnam War, he nearly lost his life in the 1967 USS Forrestal fire. Later that year, while on a bombing mission over North Vietnam, he was shot down, badly injured, and captured as a prisoner of war by the North Vietnamese. He was held from 1967 to 1973. His war wounds left him with lifelong physical limitations. He retired from the Navy as a captain in 1981 and was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives the next year. After 2 terms in the House, he won a seat in the U.S. Senate in 1986, where he has served since. He is expected to be formally nominated earlier next month as the Republican Party's 2008 presidential nominee. We are honored to have here today the Senator, United States Senator from Arizona. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Senator John McCain.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much, Commander Rob Reynolds. Thank you for the kind introduction. National Adjutant Art Wilson, Senior Vice Commander Ray Dempsey, Auxiliary National Commander Catherine Wiley, Auxiliary National Adjutant Judy Heslop, and past National Commander Brad Barton, and Senior Vice Commander Sandra Dobmeyer. I thank you all for the warm welcome. I am honored beyond description to be in the company of all of my fellow members of the DAV, including all my friends in the Arizona delegation. Where are you guys? I'm glad to see you. Here we are. Thank you, guys. Glad to see you. Better than most, the men and women in this room know the hardships and costs of war. You were there when your country needed you. You shouldered heavy burdens and accepted great risks. I'm sure many of you will also recall from your experiences in war, as I do from mine, that when you're somewhere on the other side of the world in the service of America, you pay attention to the news from back home. It affects morale. And even during this election season, with sharp differences on the wisdom and success of the surge in Iraq, Americans need to speak as one in praise of the men and women who fight our battles. They are the best among us, as you were before them. And I know you will join me in applauding the courage and skill that will see America through to victory. Though victory in Iraq is finally in sight, a great deal still depends on the decisions and good judgment of the next president. The hard-won gains of our troops hang in the balance. The lasting advantage of a peaceful and democratic ally in the heart of the Middle East could still be squandered by hasty withdrawal and arbitrary timelines. And this is one of the many problems in the shifting positions of my opponent, Senator Obama. With just 3 months to go before the election, a lot of folks still trying to square Senator Obama's varying positions on the surge in Iraq. First he opposed the surge, then he confidently predicted that it would fail, then he tried to prevent funding for the troops who carried out the surge. Not content to merely predict failure in Iraq, my opponent tried to legislate failure. This was back when supporting America's efforts in Iraq entailed serious political risk. It was a clarifying moment. It was a moment when political self-interest and the national interest parted ways. For my part, with so much in the balance, it was an easy call. As I said at the time, I would rather lose an election than lose a war. Thanks to the courage and sacrifice of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, and to the brave Iraqi fighters, the surge has succeeded. And yet, Senator Obama still can't quite bring himself to admit his own failure in judgment. Instead, he commits the greater error of insisting that even in hindsight he would oppose the surge. Even in retrospect, he would choose the path of retreat and failure for America over the path of success and victory. Behind all of these claims and positions by Senator Obama lies the ambition to be president. What's missing is the judgment to be commander-in-chief. In short, both candidates in this election pledged to end this war and bring our troops home. The great difference is that I intend to win it first.